There have been a lot of similarities between the Women's College World Series and the Little League Softball World Series with how many close games that we've had, a lot of one-run, two-run games, just like Oklahoma City this year. That was the most watched Women's College World Series we've had.
Had some record crowds, too.
Yes.
At both places, here and in Oklahoma City.
So many similarities.
People paying attention. I love it. I will say no Appendix G here in Little League. Did check the rule book. They don't have an Appendix G that I saw.
If you're a softball fan, if you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Appendix G, 4 million people know. Because that's how many people were watching during that time on ABC.
Go back and watch the highlight of the UCLA-Tennessee game for Appendix G.
The longest 20 minutes of Megan Grant's life.
Somewhere.
7 come from behind wins. And there's a strikeout for Emily Mills, her first.
Going with her changeup, Emily Mills's first strikeout of the Little League Softball World Series. Great spot, over the top rotation, falls off the table. Emily Mills coming back, starting the second inning with vengeance after giving up those 3 runs in the first, settling into this game.
Casey Metcalf, bottom of the order for Oklahoma. First pitch strike.
Mills starting to look a little more comfortable. And that's the pitch he needs to use right there. It sets everything else up. It just kind of loops and drops into the zone. The changeup out of the hand. To me, it looks like your best pitch right now. And it helps set up that harder stuff at the top of the zone.
It's really good.
Out of the hand. To me, it looks like your best pitch right now. And it helps set up that harder stuff. Back-to-back strikeouts on the changeup. Look at the smile. Well-deserved smile. Look at the way she's going to pop this pitch out, that over-the-top rotation, just like the last one, Amanda, and it just kind of loops down. It's hard to see because your eyes identify it out in front, and it looks like it's going to be faster because it's up in your eyes, and then it just dips down as it travels over the plate.
Top of the order, Milana Flaminio Littlejohn started this game with a walk, came around and scored a run. Her favorite athlete, Jocelyn Alla. We were just talking about Jocelyn Alla.
Mills said her superstition is that she has to have at least 1 braid in her hair, which she has working today.
Yes.
But at least 1. That means it could be 2, 3. It could go to multiples. Today we got the 1 braid working.
It's a solid braid. Diving grab by Abby Polplatz. Hot corner.
We have not seen her play much third base here at the World Series, but she gets to start there today so that she can make plays like this. She has waited all summer to make a play like that here at the World Series. Polplatz gets it done.
You've got a long to-do list. Thankfully, you have DoorDash, and top-rated shoppers will deliver groceries right to your door as if you picked them all yourself. Put your groceries in good hands. Order all your groceries with DoorDash.
You work to keep your home clean, but you notice buildup on your vents. That's caused by hidden dirt in your air ducts. Call Stanley Steamer to deep clean your air ducts so you can breathe easier.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Another day in the finance department. Wait, did we pay this already? 6070 airfare, 6040 meals and entertainment. Receipts, expense reports, invoices, purchase orders. What's that? RAM? Cards with built-in policies. Expenses that submit themselves? Look at it go. Okay, what does it code automatic? Oh. We're fixing the parts of finance you hate. RAM. Love finance.
Being single for years, what would it do to you? Would it make you sad? Would it make you lose hope? Would it make you feel disconnected? I wouldn't know.
And the Cardiac Kids come back again.
Well, still to come, 3 Eastern on ABC. I know the 2 pitchers I'm sitting next to are excited about this. Briley Mercer facing Reagan Bills. And, of course, these 2 teams haven't faced off this week.
No, they have not. And that's what I love about these 2 different brackets. When they come together for the championship, it's fresh opportunity to play someone you haven't seen. And they've both been great.
Only 1 earned run given
right?
up between both of them. Wow. That's staggering. It's amazing. We'll see what we get.
Yeah, the hitters will be challenged, that's for sure.
That's going to be a lot of fun. Isabella Ford leading off the 3rd inning for North Carolina. You can find Little League on Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at the official handles at Little League. And don't forget to use hashtag LLWS. Three strikeouts now for Harmony White.
And she's retired everybody in order. Her rise ball is popping today. She's just loose. You mentioned it earlier, Amanda. She's just relaxed, having fun, loose, no pressure.
She's a joy to watch pitch. She really is. So lucky that I've gotten to see her for basically 2 weeks in a row. Just compete. A lot of elimination games, a lot of heart. And, you know, you feel like when Harmony White's in the circle, you have a chance to beat anybody. Consistency every time that she steps into the circle, no matter what the game is.
The defense has been good behind
Really
her.
good.
It's just about scoring runs for this Oklahoma team, and they've done that early, so even more so that takes the pressure off the pitcher and the defense. The smiles, just love it.
Avery Cash will take the free pass. First batter to reach for North Carolina today.
And remember, Oklahoma won it in 2021. And then, of course, North Carolina, the same Little League, won it last year. So a rich history of championships, especially since we've been here in Greenville once it moved from Oregon to here.
Abby Polplatz just made that stellar play at third base to get out of the last inning.
That was awesome.
We've seen some great defense. I mean, all aspects of the game have been outstanding. We've seen big hits and clutch situations, incredible defense, and then, of course, keep mentioning the pitchers have been outstanding. I mean, the level of Little League softball play, I would say over the last 5 years has definitely gotten so much better year after year.
For sure. It's led to some fun games this year.
Well, it's such a great experience for them, and get to be on TV, pitch in high or play in high pressure situations.
Toward shallow right, just in fair territory for Abby Polplatz, and both runners are safe. Just her second hit this week.
Really liked how Oklahoma's defense just moved around on this play. So Helton tracked down this ball, but you're going to see Milana, the center fielder, coming back up perfectly. So she's not just watching, she's actually behind Riley Whited here, able to secure the ball that got past her. So I just really like that defensive rotation that Oklahoma just showed there. Milana Littlejohn in the right spot at the right time, not just spectating.
First hit of the day. Diving to make the grab, Palmer Minor.
And that's the other thing we've seen at this tournament is some outstanding catching. I mean, the catchers, we talk a lot about the pitchers, but the catchers have just been incredible. Palmer Minor has just been incredible for Harmony White all tournament long, making that big catch, going up and getting it, framing pitches, throwing runners out. Just incredible.
She's a little stud. Had that big hit earlier on, too.
And that's a big out.
Huge out.
North Carolina's got 2 on. The tying run at the plate, Lily Harris was looking for her first hit this week. Helton running on it, and North Carolina will lead 2-1. Our score holds here in our third place game at the World Series. Oklahoma up by 3.
Congratulations, Mom and Dad. Your life now revolves around sports. Well, you wouldn't trade it for anything. Welcome to Sporthood. DSG, only at Dick's.
We were torn apart at birth. That's dramatic.
This is the story of the best part of the sandwich and his crust.
With this offline screen, there's one of two fixes that might cause this. The first thing that you can try is if you're getting an offline screen but you're actively streaming through OBS, is you can go to your settings, your stream key, and then once you got your stream key, you're gonna reset that stream key. So it'll give you a new one, you're gonna copy your new stream key, you're gonna go into your streaming software, go to settings, then you're gonna go back to your stream, and then you're gonna paste in the new stream key and you're gonna try streaming again. Usually that'll fix the issue if you're getting the offline screen, but if you're getting an issue where it's just black screen and it's just not working, try going to your output settings and then changing your video encoder. It's usually gonna be the video encoder that's causing it not to connect to Kick, or it's gonna be having to reset your stream key. So give those two things a shot and let me know if it works. Have you ever tried streaming on Kick and you got hit with this offline screen? There's one of two fixes that might cause this. The first thing that you can try is if you're getting an offline screen but you're actively streaming through OBS, is you can go to your settings, your stream key, and then once you got your stream key, you're gonna reset that stream key. So it'll give you a new one, you're gonna copy your new stream key, you're gonna go into your streaming software, go to settings, then you're gonna go back to your stream, and then you're gonna paste in the new stream key and you're gonna try streaming again. Usually that'll fix the issue if you're getting the offline screen, but if you're getting an issue where it's just black screen and it's just not working, try going to your output settings and then changing your video encoder. It's usually gonna be the video encoder that's causing it not to connect to Kick, or it's gonna be having to reset your stream key. So give those two things a shot and let me know if it works. Have you ever tried streaming on Kick and you got hit with this offline screen? There's one of two fixes that might cause this. The first thing that you can try is if you're getting an offline screen but you're actively streaming through OBS, is you can go to your settings, your stream key, and then once you got your stream key, you're gonna reset that stream key. So it'll give you a new one, you're gonna copy your new stream key, you're gonna go into your streaming software, go to settings, then you're gonna go back to your stream, and then you're gonna paste in the new stream key and you're gonna try streaming again. Usually that'll fix the issue if you're getting the offline screen, but if you're getting an issue where it's just black screen and it's just not working, try going to your output settings and then changing your video encoder. It's usually gonna be the video and
Well, Cameron Helton will lead off, and now it's time for Meet the Player. We'll meet Cameron Helton, presented by Uncrustables. Her favorite softball player is her sister, Cheney Helton, who plays at Oklahoma. Her favorite celebrity, Patty Gasso, Oklahoma's head coach.
I love that.
Is how I ended
And there
up
is her
with
sister
all these
Cheney.
videos.
Patty said she could come this week, of
In like
course,
2 weeks,
to
I
watch
will
her sister play in the World Series.
Reach out to them if you need them. Restream.
A lot of these
Settings
players
are
look
correct
up to her
for the
and
stream
that
key.
Oklahoma
Yes.
team.
You hit
There's a lot of
count.
softball players do, but especially when you're from Oklahoma and you
two.
know somebody that plays on the team,
Hit
that's
rate you
always a
want.
big deal. You really look up to them.
It makes it feel attainable, right?
Yes.
Like, hey, I know her sister, we play together. Maybe someday I can do that too.
We're from the same community,
That's
we're
right.
from the same area.
What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we have something pretty interesting to talk about. With the recent news and recent uptick in people wanting to go over to Kick, today we're going to be talking about how to get you guys set up on Kick with the best possible settings to get a nice, crispy, clear HD stream. There's been a lot of people moving over to Kick, a lot of people quitting Twitch. This seems to be a pretty controversial thing, but if you are going to stream on Kick or you want to get into setting up your stream, this is where you're going to figure out everything you need to know. I myself have recently just moved over to Kick from Twitch. I have nothing against Twitch. I do not hate Twitch in any way, but for me, looking at my brand as a business, this is strictly a business move. Kick is just a better place for me to be right now in terms of growing my brand. And if you're thinking the same exact thing, or you're just getting started streaming right now and you want to stream on Kick, this is going to be the video for you. And for anyone who doesn't know, we put out a video at the beginning of the week announcing our move to Kick. We're pushing partner right now. We're having a great time doing it. And if you guys want to stop by and hang out with me live on Kick, it's kick.com/hangouts. Hammer Dance. Head on over there, drop a follow, turn on your notifications in your settings so you know when I go live. But anyways, guys, without further ado, let's dive in. All right, so the first thing you guys are going to need to do is head on over to obsproject.com. This is where you're going to download OBS Studio. And OBS Studio is going to be the program that you... I'm not going to do this right now because if I do that, you guys will not be able to see what... Okay, so let's pretend it's full screen. You're going to just literally make sure the camera is unlocked under sources. Set up, right? Now, screen and snap sources to other sources. And what this allows us to do is when we're moving our sources around the screen, it'll help us align things perfectly because it will give us... I'll bring it over here.
Who played at Oklahoma State, going to play at Texas A&M, and since then,
so heading on down to the next tab here on the left side, the stream tab. For streaming on Kick, we cannot log into Kick directly here like we can with Twitch and YouTube and Facebook, Restream, and Twitter. So for Kick, you're going to have to select custom, right? And then what you're going to need to do is open up your Kick page. I'll bring it over here. Okay, so now we're on kick.com. You're going to go up to your profile in the top right corner. You're going to click Creator Dashboard, and then you're going to click Settings and then Stream Key, right? Your stream URL right here, you're going to copy this, and then you're going to paste that in the Server tab right here. And we're going to copy our stream key by clicking these two pieces of paper right here, and you're going to paste that right here, and you're going to click Apply at the bottom. So once you've done that, now OBS knows when you hit that Start Streaming button, it's going to send your feed to Kick. So the next tab here, this is where stuff starts to get really important when it comes to settings. So we're going to go to the Output tab, and we're going to be in the Streaming section. At the top here for Output mode, make sure you set it to Advanced. That will enable us to access a lot of extra settings that are pretty important in getting your stream to look well. So under the streaming tab right here, streaming settings, we're going to be using one audio track. If you're using more than that, you're probably not watching this video because it's a little bit more advanced. So for the purposes of this video, most of you are going to be using one audio track. Your audio encoder is going to be FFmpeg AAC or whatever your default option is. Your video encoder, this is pretty important. If you have the option, use NVIDIA HVAC H.264 and do not rescale your output at all. If you're using an AMD GPU, select your AMD option here. Do not use X264 because what the video encoder is actually going to do if you're using the AMD or the NVIDIA encoder is it's going to use your GPU to process your stream and encode, which is a lot less demanding on your PC. If you select the X264 option, it's going to use your CPU to encode, and that's going to give you a lot of problems in whatever game you're playing. You're going to be dropping frames. You're probably going to get some encoding overload errors. I have a pretty solid processor. I'm running AMD 7800 X3D, and if I try to encode endgame at high frames with ultra settings, I do get encoding overload errors as well. So I would stop using the X264 encoder, and I suggest that everyone uses their NVIDIA or AMD counterpart, as it's just better for your PC. You'll get better frames, and your stream will be really high quality. So moving down to the encoder settings down here, we want rate control set to CBR, and your bit rate set to 8,000. Now, this is where things start to go one way or the other depending on your PC specs, right? So if you have an extremely powerful PC, you're going to be able to stream in really high quality, or if you're running a dual PC setup. If you don't have a dual PC setup and you have a pretty weak PC, I'm going to give you guys some options to tone down your settings to still get a really good looking stream, but not absolutely destroy your frames in whatever game it is that you're playing. So for the bitrate, like I said, we're going to go with 8K. This is determined by your internet, right? If you want to go to speedtest.net and run an internet test, if you have at least 15 to 25 megabytes of an upload speed, 8K bitrate is okay for you to use. If you have like 5, you're going to want to drop this down to like 4K or 5K. So let's move on to keyframe interval. Keyframe interval, we're going to set that to 2 seconds. And then under preset right here, most of you are going to want to start with P7, which is the best quality preset. And then if you're getting some encoding overload errors or lag, or your stream is just not looking well, or your PC is lagging really bad, you're gonna drop that down to slower and then try again, and then you're gonna drop down to slow and then try again. Most of you should be able to run on slow, which is a very minimal difference between P5 and P7. So don't worry about that. I know it says good quality and then best quality right here, but the difference is not as noticeable as you would think. So if you want to just save the resources right off the bat, I would say P5 is a great option to start with.
Yes, absolutely.
Tuning, we're going to set this to high quality tuning, and your multipass mode preset and in whatever game it is that you're playing. So for the go one way or the other depending on your PC's specs, right? So if you have an extremely powerful PC, you're going to be able to stream in really high quality, or if you're running a dual PC setup. If you don't have a dual PC setup and you have a pretty weak PC, I'm going to give you guys some options to tone down your settings to still get a really good looking stream, but not absolutely destroy your frames in whatever game it is that you're playing. So for the bitrate, like I said, we're going to go with 8K. This is determined by your internet, right? If you want to go to speedtest.net and run an internet test, if you have at least 15 to 25 megabytes of an upload speed, 8K bitrate is okay for you to use. If you have like 5, you're going to want to drop this down to like 4K or 5K. So let's move on to keyframe interval. Keyframe interval, we're going to set that to 2 seconds. And then under preset right here, most of you are going to want to start with P7, which is the best quality preset. And then if you're getting some encoding overload errors or lag, or your stream is just not looking well, or your PC is lagging really bad, you're going to drop that down to slower and then try again, and then you're going to drop down to slow and then try again. Most of you should be able to run on slow, which is a very minimal difference between P5 and P7. So don't worry about that. I know it says good quality and then best quality right here, but the difference is not as noticeable as you would think. So if you want to just save the resources right off the bat, I would say P5 is a great option to start with.
I don't think she's playing in those.
Tuning, we're going to set this to high quality tuning, and your multipass mode, we're going to set this to a quarter resolution, 2 passes. I have mine set to full resolution because I'm not gaming right now and I'm actually just recording this video live for you guys. So you would set this to 2 passes, quarter resolution. That's going to be perfectly fine for most people's streams. If you have an incredibly beefy PC with tons of specs and tons of resources that aren't even being used, feel free to drop it down to 2 passes full resolution. But again, right here, this difference is extremely minimal. This does not mean that your stream is going to be a quarter of the resolution that it would be if you selected this. It's an extremely small difference, so I would just go with quarter resolution right off the bat. One of their ears, and it's going to sound really weird, so make sure this is set to the audio tab. And in here, we're going to have a sample rate of 48 kilohertz, and channel is going to be set to stereo. Make sure this is not set to mono, because if you set it to mono, what's going to happen is your viewers will be hearing sound out of one of their ears, and it's going to sound really weird. So make sure this is set to stereo. And for your desktop device, I'm using a Go XLR, so ignore my settings here. If you're not using an audio interface that mixes all your sound into one device, you're going to have this selected as default for your gaming headphones, whatever you're listening to sound through, whatever you want your viewers to be able to hear as well. Default is a good option. If you're doing some weird mixing where you have them hearing your game sound but not your Discord, which I have a video on that on the channel as well, set this to your headphones. But for good measure, set this to default, and for your microphone, select your microphone or your gaming headset microphone, whatever you're using. Most of this stuff, scrolling down, most of you are not going to have to worry about this. This is a little bit more advanced stuff, so we're going to jump over to the video tab on the left side. Another important tab here, guys. So your base canvas resolution is going to be what you're seeing, what you're gaming at, what your display is, right? I'm using a 1080p 240 hertz display, so my base canvas resolution is 1920 by 1080. If you're gaming in 2K or 4K, make sure your base canvas resolution is set accordingly. And then output scaled resolution, you're going to set this to 1920 by 1080 if you want a 1080 stream. Just keep in mind that streaming in 1080p is a little bit more demanding on your PC. You can always drop it down to 720p, and to be honest, most people don't full screen streams when they're watching it anyway, so 720p comes out really good and really clear. Your downscale filter, as long as these resolutions are matching, you're not going to have a downscale filter because you're not downscaling the resolution. If you are downscaling to 720p, I suggest selecting your downscale filter as Lanxos.
Also been a fun one to watch.
Outstanding. I mean, look at that. Hasn't given up an earned run. I mean, all week long, she's been tough to barrel up.
Yeah, exhibit C, D,
Exactly.
or E. I mean, you have many options.
Yeah.
Love the way that the Japan pitcher threw as well. Ozaki.
Yeah. Kayla Montgomery for this North Carolina team, who is not throwing today, but through every other game has just been outstanding for them.
Gemma Braxton will lead off. Her favorite athlete is Tegan Kavan.
It's a great choice. Another
Texas pitcher.
That's
Yeah.
right.
The popular answer after winning that first national championship in June.
You know, that'll do it.
Ball.
This North Carolina team has gone 3-1.
He's not special. You parked them last year. Park their ass again. Who out there? Park their ass again. Same group of kids from last year.
A nickname for them, the Cardinals.
They waited until later in the game for those first two.
Yeah.
Harmony White starts this inning with a strikeout. Her fourth.
Just painting this outside corner. And then Minor sticking that pitch. Freezes Gemma Braxton for her fourth strikeout. Some teammates influence and some partners to this
being able to play multiple positions, right? So you're versatile, and then everybody hits. So work on your hitting, even if you're a pitcher that maybe in travel ball does not always hit. It's important to make sure you're swinging it, because in Little League you will hit. Every athlete on the team has an opportunity to bat, but it's multiple positions so that if you have 12 or 13 members on the team, you can all play different positions.
Make the best defense for your team.
And we've seen, as this tournament has gone on, how tough it's been for the hitters because of the good pitching this week. So getting those extra swings in. Michaela Montgomery, a hard hit ball to third.
Couple of hits back-to-back here for North Carolina, starting to get something cooking here. Second time through the lineup, they've barreled up the ball pretty good.
Those lefties are just letting those pitches get deep and hitting them hard to the left side. With Reynolds and Montgomery and now Brown coming up, there's 3 lefties in a row. That's going to go down as an error, but whew, That was a crushed ball.
North Carolina left 2 on in the last inning. Can Kenzie Brown move these runners around? She represents the tying run at the plate.
It's been really cute to see Kenzie's sister in the stands and her mom. Chris has had such great stories about Kenzie's mom, and of course her dad, Jaron, is the third base coach and the manager of this team. And there's her mom, the same place down the right field wall.
You got it, let's go.
What a swing from Kenzie Brown. Mom's gonna love it. Beautiful shot. Just her second hit.
These lefties are coming up, and they are on time, Michelle.
Yeah, that ball a little bit elevated, and she just rotates. Look at that. She barrels that up, gets it in the gap. That ball was just mashed. No hesitation on her swing, and a couple of big runs up on the board now for North Carolina.
Just a one-run ball game.
Yes.
They do call them the cardiac kids. They like to come from behind. Oh, watch out for that bee.
Yeah. Needs to throw that changeup a little bit more. Harmony White does, with the way that they are just on time with her 57, 58 stuff. 54 for that one. So a little bit down on velocity compared to how she started this game.
Hey, what's up YouTube? In today's video, I'm going to show you how to fix the glitch when you start your stream on OBS, nothing happens on Kick's end. You're just stuck with this screen here. I'm going to try and make this video under 2 minutes to save your time. All you have to do to fix this glitch is you go into OBS, go into the top where it says profile, create a new profile, name it whatever you would like. You can use the configuration wizard if you want, but I changed my settings either way, so I'm not going to. You're going to have to go into stream, service, switch it to custom. This is where you're going to paste your stream key and URL. Once you've done that, hit apply. You're also going to want to change your output settings, audio and video. But for this tutorial purpose, I'm just going to leave it all as default. Then you're going to go back into Kick, go to stream, edit your stream title and category to whatever you're playing, watching, hit save, and you're good to hit start streaming. Give this about 10 seconds or so, and your stream will be live. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, go ahead and comment down below. If this video did help you out, go ahead and give me a like and subscribe. Until next time.
And you're right, I mean, they get geared out. Head to toe, bats, shoes.
Configuration wizard if you want, but I changed my settings either way, so I'm not going to. Go into the top where it says profile, create a new profile, name it whatever you would like. You can use the configuration wizard if you want, but I changed my settings either way, so I'm not going to. You're going to have to go into stream, service, switch it to custom. This is where you're going to paste your stream key and URL. Once you've done that, hit apply. You're also going to want to change your output settings, audio and video. But for this tutorial purpose, I'm just going to leave it all as default. Then you're going to go back into Kick, go to stream, edit your stream title and category to whatever you're playing, watching, hit save, and you're good to hit start streaming. Give this about 10 seconds or so, and your stream will be live. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, go ahead and comment down below. If this video did help you out, go ahead and give me a like and subscribe. Until next time, peace.
Moment at the World Series.
Congratulations, Mom and Dad. Your life now revolves around sports. Well, you wouldn't trade it for anything. Welcome to Sporthood. DSG, only at Dick's.
We were torn apart at birth. That's dramatic.
This is the story of the best part of the sandwich and his crust.
How's it feel to be so irresistible?
Irresistible? Is that what people are saying?
That's it. Ugh, irresistible.
Uncrustables are the best part of the sandwich.
You've got a long to-do list. Thankfully, you have DoorDash. And top-rated shoppers will deliver groceries right to your door as if you picked them all yourself. Put your groceries in good hands. Order all your groceries with DoorDash.
It's me, Wednesday Addams. My meal of misfortune is now at Wendy's. It's pure torture with uniquely excruciating dips of dread. Enjoy the anguish.
Shop LittleLeague.org and get ready to celebrate the big game with official World Series gear. From exclusive 2025 Little League World Series apparel to collectible pins, teamwear, hats, and more. And don't miss our fan favorite collections. It's everything a fan needs to rep the game they love. Shop now at LittleLeague.org for all your baseball and softball apparel. Or visit us in Williamsport at the flagship store and get free shipping with your purchase of $50 or more today.
Welcome back to the Little League Softball World Series presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Harmony White's going to lead off this inning for Team Oklahoma. And now, thanks to today, she has 2 extra base hits in this World Series. How about an RBI double in the first?
She turned on that ball, mashed it down the line. Lots of power. And how about the flex with Dad?
That's right. Fantastic. Her dad Kyle in the stands. I'll never forget him sprinting out to center field to get her home run ball.
So cool. In every single pitch with these young players. And how about Emily Mills? Since that double by White, she has retired 7 of the last 8 that she has faced with only 1 walk. So the last person to get a hit off of her was that White double.
She's settled in. See if Harmony White can try to get that offensive engine cranked up again for Oklahoma. I thought it was also cool that Harmony White says that her favorite sport outside of softball or one of her hobbies is to play flag football.
Yeah, really cool.
Yeah.
Flag football's really taken off.
Big time.
Yeah.
Man, stepping up at third base today, Abby Polplatz.
Yeah, she's been good at the hot spot.
Here comes Bella Hood, who plays Little League because she wants to make the Women's College World Series someday. You know, you mentioned playing different positions. Michelle, something to work on for Bella. Defensively, it's been a challenge for her this year because she hasn't played a lot of first base, but she has been the first baseman for this Oklahoma team and gotten a lot of experience there this summer.
Yeah, that's big. And that's, you know, you were talking earlier about advice for teams for next year, and that's what we were saying is that sometimes you make an all-star team, you might be an everyday second baseman, but you might be needed at shortstop, or you might be an everyday third baseman. Well, you might need to be able to play first base. So it's always good to learn multiple positions.